Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Renzo here. Okay, let's paint a new portrait. Hello Nilu. Hello, there's a name that I don't know how to pronounce. Hello Lollipop. Hello Jim. Hello Maria. I'm gonna paint Angelina Jolie today. It's gonna be a tough one, but let's try to get the best of this one. Okay, the colors I'm gonna use are titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium orange, cadmium red, permanent alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, and ivory black. Okay, I'm gonna start just sketching. The brand I use is Winton from Winsor & Newton. Okay, I'm gonna mix a little bit of blue and orange. I'm gonna use this color to sketch. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Top and bottom. I'm gonna explain. I have two images here on my left. I'm gonna paint from this one, and I need that one because it's a darker version. And I did that because this image is pretty light. I don't see like a really dark shadows. And when that happens, I usually I create a new image. You know, I darken up the image. I use Photoshop, and I got a darker version. In this way I can see more clearly the values. Okay, this is the overall shape. Let's see. Okay, looks okay. Let's see the center line of the face. I'm gonna place a line for the eyes, the eyebrows, nose. Usually, remember, from the eyebrows to the nose, usually is like the same distance from the nose to the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin. Okay, now if for some reason you're painting and you lost your drawing and obviously everything starts to move, my suggestion is go back to these measurements. Okay, that's gonna just keep your drawing with nice proportions, because sometimes when we try, you know, to get the likeness and we try to capture, and another reason is these proportions are called the canon, and you know, I gotta say that I think maybe no one has those proportions, those perfect proportions, but definitely helps. Okay, when we draw and when we paint, that helps a lot to have something to use something, at least those measurements. The width of the nose usually is the same width of one eye. In between the eyes there is one eye. That means that one side of the nose is aligned up with the tear duct, and the other side of the nose is aligned up with the tear duct. No, you know, that change at the same time. When if somebody has a wider nose, definitely that's gonna change. Hello Michael. Hello John. Hello Deep Pest. Hello Butcher. Can you paint a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II when she was crowned queen? Okay, yeah, of course. I will put it on my list. Hello Henry. Hello Gold G. G is a Scottish guy that lives in Holland. Okay, that's good. Hello Rebecca. Hello Reham. Hello Barbara. Okay. You all know, if you have a question, just let me know. It doesn't matter if you think that maybe it's a question that, you know, a lot of people ask the same questions. That's okay for me. Yeah, you can just ask any question. Okay, the other measurement is from the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin. I split this in two and I sit the whole mouth on top of this line. I think in this this is gonna work pretty good. Here's gonna be the mouth, eyebrows, the shape of the hair. Another thing that I do a lot is simplification. For example, I see the hair and what I see is this as a shape. Okay, and another portion here as a shape. I mean, as something simple, something flat. When we copy something flat, it's easier to get pretty close. Okay, well, let's start applying some colors. Now, this particular face doesn't have too much value variations. It's not. I don't see a really dark shadow. I see lights on the face, on highlights, but it's not like I think I prefer to think in terms of a shadow shape and a light shape. Okay, for this portrait, I think I'm gonna just start painting just one color, the whole face. Okay, not too much paint, and on top of that color, I'm gonna add darker colors and lighter colors. Okay, first I'm gonna choose a neutral color. Usually, a skin color is a variation of orange. Could be more reddish, it could be yellowish, but it's a knockdown orange. You can knock down orange just by mixing orange, white, and blue, or white and black. Some people don't like using black. Okay. Now a touch of red. I don't want to use too much paint. That's going to be just a base. And on top of this, I'm going to add, lights and shadows. I'm going to be adjusting color and values during the whole process. I'm going to prepare more paint. I don't use any medium. If I use a medium, I'm gonna make this, paint a little more transparent. I'm not using too much paint, but I don't use a medium. Okay, that means it has some thickness, this layer, but not too thick enough, because what I'm gonna do is basically add more values and mix on top of this layer. I could mix here on my palette, I could mix here on my canvas. Today I prefer mixing more here on the canvas. Okay, let's say that's my base color. Okay, now obviously it's not a perfect color, it's not like a perfect match. It could be more lighter, darker, orangey. It's too early to tell that my color is perfect or not. But definitely it's not, I'm just painting just one flat color. Now, one thing that I prefer to paint darker backgrounds, because that kind of light up the skin color, and that adds more color to the face. I mean, depending on the color of the background. Okay, an option that when I'm doubt a lot about what color to paint the background, my first option is just to paint it gray. I don't like this kind of light background. I'm gonna paint just gray, just black and white. I need some linseed oil. check out some questions. Hello Christine. Hello P. Nels. Thank you Christine. Hello Ludmila. Thank you. Hello Marius. Hello Sharon. How are you? Hello Go. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's good. I got the photograph next to my canvas. Same size. You know, that means that at the same time that I'm using proportions, I'm comparing a lot, and we can say that I'm using at the same time this side size method. Okay, one thing remember, when you have the photograph next to your canvas, same size is easier to compare. And that's a suggestion that I think everybody that pretends to get the likeness on a portrait should use, because getting the likeness is pretty difficult. And it's about comparing, okay? And it's easy to compare two things when they are pretty close to each other. Lollipop is saying, question, can you use Scarlet Red oil paint? Scarlet, yeah, I have used Scarlet Red, yeah, a few times, you know, yeah. I usually just, this is my, let's say, I've been using these colors, like, I don't know, for a couple of years, with some just few variations, like sometimes I add raw umber, sometimes I change the copper blue by ultramarine blue, sometimes I add yellow, lemon yellow, sometimes I don't use orange, yeah, or I use the summer palette. The summer palette, that would be just yellow ochre, red, black and white. Okay, Sharon is saying hit the like button. Yeah, please hit the like button. Hello Andreas, thank you. Okay, let's see. Now, okay, I have one flat color. Okay, I'm gonna use a different brush. I'm gonna create here on top of this one a lighter color and a darker color. That's gonna be like a value scale. This is orange, white, and blue. That's gonna be the same orange. Oh, and a touch of red. Orange, blue, white, touch of red. Okay, this is gonna be a darker color. Okay, one thing, I mean, I'm not thinking about matching the skin color right now. Yeah, I'm thinking more about having this value scale. Okay, this is gonna be a darker color. Now I gotta check out if this one is just too saturated, it's kind of too mute. Okay, I do that just by lay down the paint here and see. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit darker, more blue. Orange and red. Okay. Okay, squinting down my eyes, stepping back, checking both images, okay? The darker one, the lighter one. You see on the darker one, if we even squint down our eyes, watching the upper one, the darker one, we can see how dark are the values. I mean, where do you see the darker values? I see darker values here, okay, and here. I think these two spots are pretty dark, here and here, okay. So it's a little bit darker here, the glabella area. Darker here because of the bone that goes like that. It's a little bit darker. Darker here because with this shadow we create the rounded form of the chin or the cheek. Okay, there's always usually the light is there's a light that's coming from up. In this case, there is a light coming from up, but it's kind of light from different directions. I picked up this image from Pinterest, and I think pretty sure this was taken in some kind of event. Obviously, there are a lot of light from everywhere. That's why the shadows are not so dark. And we see, for example, the neck. A shadow that is like that. This shadow tells me that the light is coming from here, but at the same time I see a shadow that goes like that, and obviously that's a light coming from here up, and I see a cast shadow on the nose a little bit. That's an indication there is a light up. Okay? And we see the highlight on the hair. It's a light that's coming from up. Okay, light is coming from everywhere. Butcher of Vlaviken. It would be interesting to see your technique if you used oil pastels. Would you do that? Okay, that's pretty difficult. I would try to do that just for the challenge, but that's really, really, really difficult. And I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I haven't used oil pastels like since I was a kid. Not even for in the School of Art I use oil pastels. So difficult to get something with oil pastels. Just for the challenge, I could do it. But I know that painting a portrait is already a challenge. Now dealing with material, that's an extra challenge. On top of we always have to deal with drawing, proportions, and try to get the likeness. Dealing with a material that is not easy to use, that puts double effort. Okay, I'm gonna paint here, shadow here. Let me see, I need to see here my screen to see how much you will see. Yeah, here's the bottom. Top, bottom. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a clean brush. I'm gonna paint the lights on the face. Okay. Okay. Hello, Monique. Now I'm gonna mix a lighter color here, which is gonna be the same, you know, orange, white, and a touch of blue just to knock down this color. Okay. See light here. Remember, there is some lights that we're gonna find on the same spots all the time. Like for example, this one, that's for the nasal bone, tip of the nose, you know, the cheekbone and the cheek. Kind of create something rounded here and here. Okay, light, light. Okay, on the mouth, to create the illusion that the mouth is coming forward, we need to add light here and light here. And as it goes to the corner of the mouth, it's a little bit darker. Go is asking me, when did you start to paint in portraits? How many years of experience? Wow, a lot. Yeah, I have told this story so many times. You know, my mom, she's a painter. Well, she didn't paint for a long time. My dad, you know, is a painter. My aunt, she's kind of sick these days. She was a painter. She's a painter. And another uncle, by my mom's side, painter too. You know, it's kind of difficult. And my mom used to paint. She used to paint portraits. And I live in South America, in Peru, and here it's kind of pretty common that kids gotta help, you know, to put some money on the table. Not like going to work. You know, it's like if your mom, your dad is a carpenter. Yeah, you gotta help doing something. And for me, you know, my mom, she was a painter. She was like, hey, when I was maybe 12 or 14, I don't remember. It was like, yeah, you gotta help, okay? And you gotta paint a little bit. And I was okay. I mean, there was like no escape from that. It's kind of a custom here. Maybe not nowadays, but you know. And I started to help to paint portraits. Kind of painted a little bit, and my mom corrected the painting. And she was like, "Yeah, that's good, that's okay." They were helping. And after painting like every day, maybe in the afternoon, like an hour, 2 hours, you know, I was free to go out to play with my friends. But kind of I have to paint, help. And obviously I got into the School of Art when I was in my 20s. And yeah, this, you know, I mean, obviously I painted a lot of things, but portraits, it was something that it was kind of, you know, I got I had a little bit of practice, and I'm not gonna say that that was good, because my mom She was like, she didn't teach me like a lot. For her it was like, hey, paint, you saw me painting and just repeat. And for me it was like, okay, I'm gonna just do it the same way. And for her she was something kind of automatic, you know, lights on the same spots, shadows on the same spots, yeah? Reddish colors on the same spots, greenish colors on the same areas, always. And it was kind of automatic way to paint a portrait. Speaking about color and values, lights, shadows, same spots, okay, color. What is left? Likeness. That was always a problem. Yeah? For every portrait painter, that's going to be always a problem. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a new brush. Okay, this one I think is gonna be okay. A little bit of black, blue, orange, and red. More black. I'm gonna read some questions. Siamus asking me, Renzo, are you a fan of Van Gogh? I love the colors. Yeah, yeah, and I think I'm a fan of all painters. Yeah. Obviously, I like ones than I like some painters more than others. Just because just style, yeah. But I like. At the end, I love all styles. But I gotta say, kind of classical styles, impressionism, realism, surrealism, expressionism. When it comes to installations, I like some of them, but not all of them. Okay, here for example, I gotta check out the shape of the forehead. If I got this line here, it's gonna be easier just to think about this as a shape and try to copy as a shape. Okay. Hello Fatih, hello Georg Sirka. So this is very nice. Okay, I'm from Croatia. Wow, very nice. Hello Carol. Okay, let's see. Carol, I'll send you a message. Check out your email. Okay, let's see the eyebrows. Okay. Need to step back. Okay, I think I got the structure. I'm gonna add more lights to the face. Here, here. Okay, remember when we add lights and highlights, we gotta think that not all the lights on the face has the same intensity, the same brightness. Usually we're gonna see the tip of the nose, it could be the brightest light, or the forehead or the cheeks. Okay, but one common mistake, for example, is add highlight here, highlight here, highlight here, and highlight here, all of them the same intensity. Okay, remember. But check out the photograph. You know, when you squint down your eyes, it's easy to see, and if you have an image like the one that's up here, that's gonna be easy to see the highlights. Yeah. Hello, Maggie. Okay. Hello, Carol. Okay. Let's see. I'm just comparing. Okay, I gotta reduce the size of or the width of the face here, a little bit here. Okay, a little bit here. I need a tiny brush. Just 1 second, I'm cleaning one of my brushes. I got some linseed oil here. I'm just cleaning the brushes. Let's check out some questions while I'm cleaning my brushes. Beautiful, how quick you are. Yeah, a lot of experience. Thank you, Go. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see. Eyes. Okay, again, for example, for the eyes, I'm trying to simplify what I see. What I see, for example, when I squint on my eyes, I see a line like that, and a really thick, line here, and then this, okay, and that's what I'm trying to get here. The same here. Pretty dark here because of the makeup on the eyelashes. Okay. Now for the nose. Every time that we draw the nose, the base of the nose, just think about something simple. Think about this. Okay, you're gonna see something soft and this, and this. Okay, here's one nostril and here's one nostril. Okay, and both sides of the nose. No, that's something that you're gonna see in every person. Every person. Now, obviously, there's some variations, but at least knowing something, that's gonna be kind of the same for every person. It just put me close to the drawing of the nose. Okay, and you know that I'm not just copying the nose. I'm basically using how can I say, kind of a base form that I know. Okay, let's see. Let's step back. Okay, I think the eyes are too small or they are too separated. I need to put them. Maybe the nose is too long. Maybe the face is too thin. I go over that, my head, because I gotta check out my own. I gotta be my own critiquer, and I point out my mistakes. And when I'm painting, obviously alone, I just go in my mind with all of this, check out proportions. Maybe if I see that maybe the nose is too long, I gotta check out, if something have moved from this measurement, or I gotta measure the photograph. Since I'm using a photograph that's the same size, it's gonna be better and easier just to measure. Okay, maybe I gotta move it a little bit up. What about the mouth? Okay, I gotta just draw a mouth here. What helps, for example, to place the center of the mouth is that I have the photograph next to. If I put the center of the mouth here, for example, it's kind of close, but since I'm moving my eyes left to right, that's gonna be kind of easier to know, hey, no, it should be a little bit up. Okay, that's the advantage of using an image next to your painting. Okay, I squint down my eyes and I move my eyes left to right, sometimes pretty fast. Pretty fast. Compare, okay? Okay. Okay, look for simple shapes. What I see here as a shape, this. Okay, I'm copying that here. Okay. I see the eyebrow and this shadow, kind of a continuation for this here. Making the neck a little bit greenish. Okay. Let's see some questions. Andreas is saying, oh, hello Bob, drink water. Some artists doesn't use black in their mixtures, especially for the flesh. It seems that you are okay with black to mix colors. Do you think black make colors dull? Yeah. Hello Alexis. Uh, yeah, it could be. You know, it's about control. No, no. I use black, but not recommend like use black for everybody. It's just optional. Okay, but if you planning to obviously to paint more, to paint portraits, and to practice, I think we shouldn't skip any color. Okay, that you know, black is a beautiful color. You know, obviously, it's a difficult color. Okay, it's difficult to control. Definitely, if we don't have many experience using black, we can end up with really muddy colors, you know, and that could be pretty annoying. Now, one thing, usually on a painting, on any painting, you're gonna see, or there's always muddy colors. Okay, you see, I mean, look at these colors on the palette: red, orange, yellow. Those are clean, pure colors. As soon as the colors got here, they have some kind of, you know, there are no pures anymore. There are no clean anymore. Okay, and there is always, let's say, there is no like exact proportion, but let's say that any painting you should find at least 60% of the painting, maybe let's say it that way, of muddy colors, like 30% of kind of clean colors, and let's say 10% of accents. Okay, now obviously that changed from painting to painting. Yeah, but you pick up any painting and you just study those colors and shadows. If you pick up any color from a shadow, you put it on an area, the colors, all the colors are pretty clean. You're gonna notice that the color is pretty kind of, you know, that's not a nice color. It's more where you place the colors, and obviously mixing colors. You know, when you mix colors, sometimes we end up with, I don't know, it's kind of difficult to explain, because at the same time I'm just thinking right now that I have seen a lot of portrait painters painting like with really saturated colors, others with really mute colors, okay, and all the paintings are beautiful, but the thing that I find, put the color aside, put all those muddy colors aside, the thing that I find that maybe that for sure is more difficult, and the one what is gonna just cause more problems on any painter is just value control. And it's something that I keep repeating all the time, and not just me, everybody. Value control is the key. If the values are wrong, or at the same time with temperature, let's say, your colors are gonna look off. It's just as simple as that. And value is something pretty simple. When we say value, we think, hey, but value is this. Okay, let's see this color. Yeah, maybe you can think, oh, this color is pretty nice. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty good, or whatever. When the value is wrong, it means that I'm painting this area with this color. That's gonna be okay. That's a value mistake. Okay. That's a value mistake. With value, obviously, there is color mistake. Okay? This affects volume, this affects the likeness. Your drawing could be 100% perfect, but if your value control is not perfect, that's going to affect how this looks. That's going to affect the volume. If in this area, for example, I add the light here, and I make it coming out a lot, that's gonna change how the face looks. The face looks on that side. That's color. That's value. That's when why when somebody studying a school of art, or just practice on any studio, any painter studio, usually the practice is with really high contrast images. Why? Because in that way we can see pretty clearly lights and shadows. We can separate lights and shadows pretty clearly. Yeah. But I say that because I have seen so many people just being so worried about mixing colors, and it's not gonna be just about that. And then when somebody think, hey, I got that color pretty close, but what's happening that I don't see that it doesn't look really good, because lights and shadows are not good. That means the values are not okay. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna check out some questions here. Hello, Melanie. Hello, Carmen from South Africa. What are your favorite brushes to use for portrait painting? Okay. Hello, Adrian. Okay. Yeah. And okay. I cannot recommend brushes because, maybe people expect me to recommend nice brushes, and okay. I bought this set of brushes on Dollar City, and I find them pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, it's just 6 brushes. It was 6 brushes, I think. Yeah, 6 brushes. 6 brushes for $3. They're pretty good. I mean, I like them. No, I'm not recommending that. It's just like, obviously, a really expensive brush payoff. Okay, that's gonna be really good. For me, I just go any store, and sometimes I just find some brushes and I just buy some brushes. I went to buy some material on a hardware store, and the guy he had some brushes there, It was like 50 cents each brush, and I was, oh wow, that's pretty nice. How much? 50 cents. Okay, I want 3 or 4. Yeah, yeah. Don't take that as a recommendation, but anyway, if somebody wants to try some of the brushes that I had used, there is a link on the description box to Amazon. I place a couple of links there, some brushes. They're pretty cheap. You can get like for $20, like I think 12 brushes, but they are pretty good. Okay, they're pretty nice. Yeah. Oh no, I'm trying just to think because I have some friends, teachers, and especially one of my friends that he's pretty like careful about materials. He always asks for the best brushes, oil paints, and I think that's pretty good. Just the thing that you gotta check out, my background. When I was a teenager painting, at home, I never, for me at home, I have never listened, my aunt, my mom, my dad. Nobody saying, hey, you gotta buy these brushes, you gotta use these oil paints. It was just like, use those brushes and that's it. It's just like nobody cares about that. I'm not saying that that's okay. Huh? I'm not saying that. I mean, the first time that I went to USA, I remember I get into a pear paint store and I bought like a couple of brushes. I was thinking to buy more, but I ended up with a brush that cost me $60, and the other one another like $80, I think. I was so happy, you know. Oh my God, these brushes are so good, like 60 brushes. I never paid that amount of money for a couple of brushes. I went into the store with $150, like thinking to buy like a lot, and I went out from the store just with a couple of brushes. And those brushes were pretty good. They last for years. That's the other thing. I didn't use them that much because they were like, wow, those are my nice, expensive ones. I'm gonna use them for something special. And that special thing never come. Eh? And I was just keeping them. I used them for blending. One of them was a fan brush. Eh? Okay. Maybe we'll do the same if next time I get close to a really expensive, nice store. And nowadays it's for me just what I found. I like it. I think it's gonna work, and I use it. She has really thick lips. Okay, I see the structure. The nose is something not okay. The mouth, I think, is too close. The nose with the mouth. It could be. Yeah. Maybe I gotta move, the cheek a little bit up here, a little bit up here. Okay. Hello, Sylvia. More questions, more questions. Ask me the same things, don't worry. mixing black, red, a touch of orange. Okay. Oh, I got some questions here. Melanie, what's the weather like in Peru? Okay, here is. Oh, yesterday it was a sunny day. Yeah, it was a sunny day. I got some ice cream. Yeah. And since it was pretty sunny, I couldn't drink a coffee, and I just, I I went for uh, ice cream, but I choose coffee ice cream. uh, Daniel is Paremblick. What do you think about underpaint? Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. This technique is a la prima, but I think we got. Okay, every technique is different, but definitely, if somebody wants like better results, I gotta say, because we just put more time on the painting, we're gonna get better results. Okay, another painting that's gonna be better. Another painting usually is just think that just one color. Just think one color, like a grisaille, like a verdaccio, something like that. In this way, you're not gonna be so worried about skin colors. Basically, just worry about keeping the drawing and just 1 second and values, yeah, to get a three-dimensional form of the face. Well, I got more questions here. What do you think about? Have you changed the day Friday instead of Thursday? No, I couldn't make it yesterday. Sorry. Yeah, I tried, but I couldn't make it. Yeah. I've been kind of busy lately. Yes, family things here. It's just my aunt. She's sick. She's pretty, she's 85, and I gotta just help, with. I gotta help my mom take care of my aunt. Okay, and that sometimes, just changing my schedule a little bit. Well, do you ever get emotional with painting? Okay, wait, I got a question up. Do you use paint thinner? I used linseed oil. I used today for the background, but not for the face. Yeah. Yeah, but I usually don't use anything, like just linseed oil. Yeah. Jim is asking me, what are your best tips when trying to paint a color portrait from a black and white image? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Before, it's not like my preparation basically when it's about teaching, we go over mixing 3, 4, 5 skin colors, value scale, from light to shadows. And those colors are always a variation of some orangey color, a gray down and knockdown orange. Okay, when you practice that, with some practice, you realize that you're basically not copying the photograph. You concentrated here on creating these colors. Obviously, you check out the photograph, you see that the skin color is darker, lighter, reddish or yellowish, but that's going to be just a variation of the value scale here and a little bit of the color. Now, if you change the photograph you're painting, okay, to a black and white, you're going to still use the same colors that you have been practicing on your palette. And you're going to be able to use them just respecting values, because on a black and white photograph you see values, you know, that's pretty clear, where lights, where shadows, and basically that's the more important, because even when we're trying to copy the skin color from a real person, from a photograph, from, you know, it's going to be kind of difficult to get really close to the skin color. Speaking about this, I mean, painting on a prima, painting in one session, obviously you have more time and you put more hours and you do a lot of retouches. Maybe we're going to be able to get to a perfect match on the skin color. Okay, but this practicing painting from a black and white photograph, I think that's pretty important in terms of kind of, you know, we're gonna say, kind of relax this thinking about the skin color, like I'm gonna match the skin color. When you practice from black and white photograph, you realize that the difficult thing that's gonna be match values more than matching the skin color, because there's not gonna be skin color. The skin color is gonna be on your palette, and that's gonna be a simple formula, an orangey color. Obviously, you add the reddish colors on the face, greenish colors on the face, some reflected light, some ambient light, that means ambient colors around the face. If, let's say, I put a red dress here, definitely it's going to reflect some red on the face. If there is a blue wall here, that's going to reflect some blue on the face, and that's going to add more color to the face. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of red here and white to make it kind of pinky. We can see this pinky color on the cheeks. A little bit of orange on the nose. Bob, drink water. Do you ever get emotional when painting? Oh no. No. Emotional, like what? I don't know. Maybe I stress. I feel some stress. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, not so sure. No. Don't think about that. But definitely, if something frustration, I could feel some frustration if I see that after like 2 hours here I'm not getting some results that I want. Yeah. Yeah, but usually I tend to, you know, ease myself, like keep my process. As you can see, light, one color, light, shadows, more colors on the face, the reddish colors on the face, reflected lights, again, just not retouching lights and shadows, working a little bit on the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and I continue. I see mistakes, I don't stop to fix any mistake, I just continue painting. I just follow my process, and on the process I obviously am fixing mistakes. Okay. Low Pili. Do you find it easier to paint people at the actual size or smaller, or it doesn't matter to you? Yeah, it's difficult when you paint it bigger. I have experienced that. Every time that I painted a bigger portrait, it just pretty difficult, you know. And I have painted a couple. I got a couple of commissions and just really huge painting, like 50 by 50 inches. And I spent like a couple of sessions. Each session was just 3 hours just retouching the drawing because everything was kind of off, and I went over the drawing like 3 4 times, retouching and retouching. Definitely, when you paint a smaller portrait, it's just normal, no easier, just normal, just like painting the same size, the real size. But when it's bigger, something happens, definitely. I think it's just because we're not used to paint, bigger portraits. Maybe if somebody asks that question to a painter that used to paint huge portraits, it's gonna say, "Hey, the difficult thing is painting a smaller one." Because we got used to do, something, and it becomes kind of second nature. Pili Martinez is saying, mira que es difícil, pero en tus manos todo parece sencillo. She's saying that it's difficult, but in my hands looks easier. Thank you. Neil is saying, tip of the nose seems high and rounded. Okay, thank you. Daniel, what do you think about cold shadow and warm light, or opposite? Yeah. When I got the opportunity to do that, I usually, I do that kind of exaggerate lights, warm lights, and cool shadows. I play with temperature. Yeah, but if I see like that's gonna be easier when we see really a high contrast image, where we can see pretty clearly the lights and the shadows. And then we can just, usually for the lights that we all prefer, I have seen a lot of people doing that, to paint warm lights, and cool shadows. I have some videos here on my channel that I got some practice about color theory. For example, I see a reflected light here on this area. Yeah? I could use maybe something, but usually when you see a reflected light, that means that light, the temperature of that light, is coming from the main light source. If you have a yellow light here, that's gonna bounce back. You're gonna see some yellowish. That means when you have a warm light, you're gonna have a warm reflected light. Warm light, cool shadow, warm reflected light. Now in this case we have light from everywhere. I could put any light. I can put just a blue, light blue reflected light here. Yeah, but today I'm not gonna think about this too much, because when we paint a portrait in somebody that's pretty famous like she is, I want the likeness. I'm gonna think about this maybe later in the process. We can paint all, temperature, contrast, the skin color, all at once. I prefer that you can see kind of start just with one color and start adding more colors, and then if I can do it, I'm gonna add temperature. You know, I usually do that because I try to concentrate a lot on the drawing, and that aspect about adding more to the painting is something that it goes on top of my structure here. In this way, I not get distracted about just always thinking about light, midtones, and shadows in the drawing. Okay. The cheekbones need to be widened. Okay. Monique is asking me, by the way, you're doing a critique tonight, Renzo? Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about that. I just forget to post the link. I'm gonna do it as soon as I finish up here. Okay, I need to step back and check out. If something's not okay here. About the size of the eyes. What else? Yeah, cheekbones. She has really big cheekbones. You know. Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Melanie. Melanie saying thank you, Renzo, for spending time with us and explaining everything so well. Coffee. Thank you so much. I got a super chat from Melanie Maguire. Okay. Let's see. I'm squinting down my eyes, and now we're checking both images. Okay. Now I'm just going to pay attention to the darker image, the darker one. I'm not painting from the one that you see here, that's pretty small, okay? I got a big one, same size. I got 3 images here on my screen. The normal one, you know, a darker one like this one, and an even darker one. Okay? Right now I'm working for the darker one. Okay, let's see a shadow here. On the darker image it's pretty clear to see this shadow here, like that, and a shadow here, like that. Okay, I gotta go back to the normal one, okay, because I don't want to paint this too dark. Now I'm going to soften this a little bit, smooth out this a little bit. Where is my brush? Okay, here's the brush with the darker color. I need a darker color here. Well, Sharon is saying coffee from me to Renzo too. Oh, thank you so much, Sharon Bonner. Oh, I got here for 2 coffees. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put my coffee link. For the people that don't know, here's the link that Sharon used. It's in the chat box. Thank you so much, Melanie. Thank you so much, Sharon. Okay. You're keeping me fully caffeinated. Caffeinated, that's the way to say it. Okay, let's continue. Let me check out my time. It's been an hour. Okay. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna blend a little bit. Use this is a round brush. Look at how it is. I clean it. I blend. Some painters just prefer to blend with the same brushes. I prefer to just, clean brushes. And I always use brushes like this. It looks like a makeup brush, a really tiny makeup brush. I can use this makeup brush to add a little bit of paint and at the same time blend. I blend and and add lights at the same time. Clean the brush. Felix under third drop, so her face is too thin at the cheekbones. Okay, I'm gonna check on that, thank you. You should make the lips more pink. Okay, yeah. Hello, Cisarte. Hello, Eduardo. Hello, Nico. I'm gonna paint because your style appeals to me. That's good, Nico. Okay. Let's see. Let's continue. Okay. Okay. You see a reflected light here. And I see a reflected light here. Okay. Okay, that's too light. Kind of difficult to mix here with, with the palette knife, since I'm using the same canvas as a palette. Okay, I need to step back. Okay. Hello, Goose Artist. Are you using sandpaper? Oh no, this is a canvas. saw your paint on the canvas. Andreas, how often do you get commissions? Somehow you said there are too many painters out there. Yeah, not so often. Uh, uh, yeah, I don't promote that much because they're not so good painting commissions. Definitely, if somebody just ask me for a commission, you're gonna end up hating me. You're gonna hate me. You know, I spend a lot of time, and I'm not so good on that. I've been painting commissions my whole life. I think I just burned out myself about painting commissions. I don't know, you know, sometimes I feel like, hey, yeah, I want to paint some commissions. I have seen so many painters that looks like they make a lot of money painting commissions. Okay, I'm gonna work on the eyes. I'm gonna just blend this a little bit. Sometimes I just paint with, you know, and finish up the painting with almost, let's say, few paint, and sometimes I feel the need that, you know, I feel like it looks kind of flat without some thick paint on the canvas. And that's why I adding more paint on the lights. You know, I wanna feel some thickness on the oil paint, especially on the lights. Just because of that. But the thing is a little bit more difficult to blend when you have a lot of paint. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm getting close. Closer, little by little. An hour and a half. That's good. Your palette is sandpaper. That's what I noticed. No, it's the same canvas. All of this is just the canvas. The palette and the painting is on the same canvas. By the way, I'm gonna just get rid of this. Mario saying, how do you keep your hands always clean? Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Nico is saying, how old young are you? I'm 64, but I think I'm not too old, and I still want to learn. Yeah, of course. I'm 51. I'm gonna be 52 in a couple of months. Okay. I wanna work on the eyes. Yeah. Just I'm putting more time around just to kind of, you know, move the pieces. But, you know, about here it's gonna be about the eyes, I think, the expression in the mouth. Yeah. About her face, it looks like she has an unique eyes. Yeah? And the mouth, obviously, the lips. Okay, let's paint the eyes. I'm mixing black and white with this skin color to paint the white of the eyes. I want a neutral color, and on top of this I'm gonna add a lighter color. Okay, now I'm gonna add this light blue. When you paint the white of the eyes, again try to simplify this, okay? What we usually see is a triangular shape on the white of the eye. It's like you have a circle, we have a triangle here, and a triangle here. You just simplify what you see to a circle and two triangles. That's gonna be easier to know what's the size of the circle and what's the size of those tiny triangles. Because sometimes we paint the white of the eyes too big. Okay, in my case that helps me a lot, always simplification. And it doesn't matter how much I paint, I always try to do that. I always try to simplify. Okay, let's step back. Very better, I think. Felix Anders saying that, hello Renzo, you're a good learner. I've been learned a lot watching your videos. Now the whole family and friends want portraits of their children and grandchildren. So well. Line up the nostrils. Okay, thank you, Daniel. Nico, thank you for the explanation. Why you paint the way you do? Oh, thank you for your explanations. Why you paint the way you do? Okay, you're welcome. Okay. I'll add some highlights on the eyes. I still need to, I see some value differences between, for example, this is too dark. We can see that so clearly. I'm cleaning one brush. Okay. Let's see. Highlight. Highlight, okay. Her eyes kind of greenish. Okay, let's work on the mouth. And add more pink to the lips, red and white. Okay. The nose is not okay. Goose artist is asking me what's the best way to protect the oil painting varnish. Yeah. That's the only way to protect it. We gotta wait for the painting to dry, like at least. I mean, so many people say like a couple of months, but it depends on the amount of paint you use. You use a lot of paint, you gotta wait more. Yeah, but I usually wait just a couple of weeks sometimes. On this painting, because of these areas that I added more paint, maybe I would wait like 3 weeks. Yeah. Sylvia is telling me what kind of yellow is this? Cadmium yellow? Yes, this is cadmium yellow, cadmium orange, and cadmium red. Nico is saying much respect and thank you very much. You're welcome. Go is saying I've learned a lot. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you all don't have enough about painting portraits, I have I'm starting to paint with Photoshop, digital paintings, and here's my channel. Okay, that's gonna be about portraits. I got some live streams here. Just few, like just maybe 6, no more. I think yes, 8. Okay, here's the channel for the people maybe that want to practice. Now, I'm not teaching on the channel basically because I'm learning, this thing about digital painting, and I'm practicing with Photoshop, and I love it. I like it. Yeah. Thank you, Aaron. Sylvia, how can I turn a medium-grained canvas into a fine-grained canvas? Passing 1 or 2 coats of white acrylic gesso. Yeah, that's a solution. Yeah, that's one way to do it. And just send between the layers. Just send the canvas. Okay, that would be enough. You can add. I add the layers, the gesso with a ruler, a plastic ruler, the ones that the kids use. Yeah? With that, I add acrylic gesso. I use 3 layers, sometimes 4. It depends on the canvas, and it depends what I want. If I want a smooth, surface, I'm gonna add an extra layer of gesso. Yeah, for example, it depends on at the same time, the subject. Sometimes when I paint a still life or a landscape, I don't care too much about the tooth of the canvas. When I paint a portrait, I care a lot about the canvas, yeah? And I prefer to smooth out the surface. Yeah. but there's nothing like an advantage on that. It's just something that I like, but it's not like I paint better on a smoother surface. No, no. The the oil paint is gonna be the same. It moves differently. I mean, that's for sure. When you smooth out the surface a lot with a lot of gesso layers, but all the rest, all the things that I explained about where the lights, midtones, and shadow and the values, that's the same. It doesn't matter the medium. You check out my digital channel, you're gonna see that I have painted some portraits, and I go over the same things: light, midtones, some lighter areas on the face, some highlights, always on the same spots. It's kind of a repetition, repetition, repetition. That's what we call practice. Yeah. Sylvia, Wolf's son is telling me Hiram's always a fan, but that face is not going well. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Still working on it. Still working on it. Let's see. I'm gonna make this shadow a little bit darker. Okay, see a line here on the lower lip, a little bit darker. Yep. Okay. reducing the nose here. Okay. Let's see some questions. It's almost 2 hours. Okay, I think I'm doing okay. I think the size of these pictures 30 by 40, correct? Yeah, I would say 30 by 30 in centimeters. In inches is like 8 by 10. Yeah. Uh, Andres is saying, have you tried for digital painting a soft which designed to imitate oil painting? No. A software? No, no, no. I'm just thinking, I saw like, no, no, no. I just, I need to learn more about digital painting. Yeah, I basically just using the basic tools, basic brushes, a round brush, a couple of 3 brushes, just that, few layers, and basically trying to paint the way I paint with oil. But I have seen some paintings like that, some softwares that recreate the thickness of the oil paint. Amazing. Yeah. Do you have something to rest your arm? Yes, I got the base on my easel, and sometimes I use my pinky just to. I put my pinky on the canvas. Yep. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, I'm gonna retouch again the eyes. A little bit of light on the lower eyelid here. A little bit of light here. Something is not okay here. I'm gonna knock down this highlight. Basically, I'm just blending this highlight, just and soften the transition here with the nose. Okay, I'm retouching a little bit on the eyes, a little bit on the nose. Now the mouth. Now I go up to the eyes again, and I just go like that, retouching and retouching. I used to try to respect as much as possible that I see some mistakes that I could love to spend, to stay there and spend more time fixing just one smaller area, like a lot. Obviously, sometimes I don't see the mistakes, but sometimes I see a mistake and say, and I just keep it there, and I continue working. When I'm working on the eyes, I work on the eyes, and for a little bit, and then I move. That's gonna be. I mean, it's always remember the relationship between eyes, nose, and mouth. It's not gonna be like I gotta finish up the eyes perfectly because maybe maybe if I do that, I'm afraid that after stepping back, you know, I'm gonna realize that maybe the eyes or the nose is a little bit lower or up, and all that work that I did on one particular eye, you know, is for nothing because I gotta move it. Okay. Let's continue. A little bit of light here. A little bit of light here. Adding some shadow here because I need to, create some thickness on the lower lip. Okay, I need to step back. Okay. I need to light up some areas in the face. For example, here, I need to light up this. Okay, I'm gonna paint a little bit some light on the hair. Okay, okay, let me see. Wolf Song saying, I do both care about the woman, but please let Renzo answer. Will agree, I think. Yeah. Bob Drinkwater, is there one painting that you have done which is a favorite of yours? Yeah. Trying to remember. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you know, gee, I don't know. I painted, like, I mean, that was a painting that I was checking out one of my paintings. I painted Denzel Washington. It was a year ago, maybe more than a year ago. I liked that one a lot. Yeah. But it's not like, you know, that, what can I say? I mean, I love few things on some paintings, another few things, another paintings, but it's kind of, I don't know, this is kind of difficult to explain. What do you feel? I think I love all my paintings. I like them. Yeah. Obviously, I like uh, the result, and I know when. Obviously, it's not like all the paintings are okay. I have a lot of paintings that I didn't get what I wanted in terms of likeness. In terms of what I explained usually about the lights and shadows, I try to follow the same all the time. You know, where the lights, where the shadows, accents, light always, you know, the nasal bone, tip of the nose, cheekbones, and all of that is kind of, you know, repetition on every portrait. And if somebody study anatomy, I mean, that helps a lot to know where to place the lights and shadows. Yeah, but I gotta say that that's maybe about the likeness. That's the thing that at the end, if you don't get it, you feel like, I don't like this painting that much. Even that you have put a lot of effort, even that uh, values are pretty good, none of that, you know. But I think you or maybe like you all that are watching me right now have painted a portrait, you know. You all know this, okay? And you all know that you're gonna get it maybe in some painting, and you're not gonna get it in the other one, and that happens like that. One painting you get closer to the likeness, and another painting is not that close. It's just a painting, you know. that happens. We cannot do anything about that. And every painting we do the best we can, but yeah, that happens. I mean, maybe with years I have learned to kind of being okay with my paintings, and I know that I did all everything and I couldn't get it. That's okay, you know. When I was younger, yeah, I think I was more emotional. I felt really frustrated when I didn't get something. I didn't get the likeness. It was just, terrible. I used to, obviously, but it was a different situation because I used to go over the painting again, check out the painting, use a mirror, again and again, one little thing, again, retouch it and retouch it and retouch it as much as possible. Spending hours and hours, let the painting rest, letting my eyes rest for a week, and then going back to the painting and checking out again what is wrong, trying to find the mistakes. Mm-hmm. But that's normal. That's what happens to all of us. Okay, now another thing is that I have painted a lot of, let's say, creative works, paintings that obviously I care more about the composition, not about likeness, not about that. I care about more getting a realistic face with a lot of elements around, and I think that's the paintings that I like the most. The most. It's because it's a lot of work, about composition, a lot of those things, which is different than just painting a face. Yeah. Okay, and continue repeating what I said. I work a little bit one area, then I move. I try to respect this thing about not staying that much. But sometimes, okay, when I get into the end, I stay a lot, in one particular area, trying to fix it, to fix it, to fix it. But during the whole process, I try just to move, paint a little bit, and move. Stepping back, checking out, using a mirror is a must. I don't have a mirror here with me. What I do is just capture my screen and I use Photoshop and I reverse it in Photoshop. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I do. Let's see. Hello, Jonas. Okay, I'm gonna just show you what I do in Photoshop. Okay, just 1 second. I'm gonna capture my screen here. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, here's Photoshop. You can see it, yes? Okay, I'm gonna move it. Okay, there it is. Now what I do is this. Can you notice? I reverse the image. I need to make this one a little bit bigger. In order to compare. Yeah? Okay, it doesn't have a good resolution. Yeah, I notice. Okay, I need another one. Okay, let me see. Okay, first I'm gonna put it back. Second, I'm gonna open. Okay, this one here, and then I'm gonna put it next to this one. Okay. Now, let's check out. Okay, I see a problem here. The width of the face, the nose. Yeah. I think the mouth is kind of okay. Yeah. Oops, that's too big. Okay, now I'm gonna reverse it. Check out, yeah, the width of the face. I think I got the eyes kind of close. Yeah, the nose. I gotta work on the nose. The highlight maybe is too bright. The mouth, one side of the mouth is off. I'm fixing right now one side of the mouth. I'm just knocking down the highlight on the nose to make it more, not that bright, not that big. Okay, I'm knocking down the highlight on the nasal bone. I think that changed the shape of the nose. Making the retouches here, watching the window. Okay. Yeah, I gotta light up. Okay, I gotta put it back. I'm making the retouches, watching the reverse window. Okay, I gotta light up on below the eye. Just 1 second, please. I'm gonna go back to my painting in a minute. I just need this. Okay. We all do this. I mean, the normal way to do this is using a mirror. Okay. Using the mirror as much as possible. I don't have a mirror here. I prefer to use Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, just take a picture and reverse, the window, reverse the image. Pretty sure we all can do that on Photoshop, on our cell phones. Yeah. Making some retouches. I'm gonna show you in a minute. Oh, I gotta open the nose here. The nose a little bit wider. Yeah. Okay, I'm going back to my painting. Okay, I fixed some mistakes. Oh, okay. Obviously, I gotta continue working. Now, let's say that we used a mirror. Now, we gotta go back and paint, okay? And after painting a little bit more, we gotta use a mirror again. Okay? You gotta do it all the time, as much as possible. Okay? As much as possible. I'm making the face a little bit wider here. Okay. What else? The mouth. I moved the mouth. This portion of the mouth, it wasn't okay. I think I fixed it. Yeah. I added a little bit of light here. Okay. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Somebody was telling me about this, you know. Somebody was telling me about this during the like an hour ago. Okay. Okay. What about this side? That's okay. Now move the hair 1 millimeter to the left. Okay. Okay, I gotta soften the eyebrows here a little bit. See. Okay. Okay, Fatih is telling me the eye is blue. Okay. 66 Starship Alien saying, I've done so many portraits where one brush stroke changed the likeness. It's hard to know when to stop. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, here in the chat they're speaking about criticism. Yeah, that's okay to critique. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, to be honest, it's just I don't know. For me, I take it that pretty well. I don't. Yeah. Sometimes I got a follower. I don't know where is he, Dennis. I don't know if somebody just if you've been here for a while, maybe you remember Dennis. He's from Friends. He was my biggest critiquer on YouTube. Yeah, but thanks to him, I have just make corrections, a lot of corrections on paintings on some live streams. That because the one thing is for sure, after 2-3 hours painting, okay, we're gonna get tired. We're gonna just skip on some things. We're not gonna see some details. And it's pretty nice when you got a critique that show you something is wrong. And yeah, but hey, but wait, you gotta just don't go and fix everything. You gotta first listen the critique, check out if that has helped you painting, okay, and see if you have a doubt. I would suggest don't do anything, don't change anything, just continue working. Yeah. It's not like we gotta just go right away and just make a change after just listening a critique. We gotta see, sometimes you know what's gonna happen. A critique is gonna just it's gonna be like a hit on the face. It's gonna be pretty clear that that was wrong. Yeah, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes somebody critique something and say, "Wow, yeah, I didn't see it. How I didn't see it?" That's pretty nice. At the end, when it's something that is made by hand, a handmade work, yeah, that happens. That happens, and that happens so often. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let me check out the time. 2 hours and a half. You know that my top is 3 hours. Yeah. Walter Salazar is saying, "Hello teacher, how good and glad you're painting when you make a new video in the channel in Spanish. Pretty soon. Hello Marilu. Yeah. I represent you all here, Marilu Sancho. She's my wife. You see in the comment, she just comment with a heart. She has a channel. She paints landscapes. Pretty late at night, Spanish. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Let's see. I need to step back, check out again. Yeah, I still feel that something is not okay with the width of the face. Yeah. I'm gonna check out. Okay. The thing is the light here. I gotta light up this area to make this portion looks like whiter. A little bit of pink. I light up the color like this with the brush that I use for blending. I pick up a little bit of paint, just the tip of the brush. Okay. And I go like this. What I'm doing basically, I'm mixing here the paint. Okay. It's just a little bit. It's just like blending and mixing at the same time. And I change the values a little bit. So, what I'm trying to do is soften some, some landmarks here. For example, here, soften this, and we gotta just get used to the idea that there's gonna be a lot of back and forth when we paint. There's gonna be a lot of retouching, and again going back to repaint something again and retouch it again. It's just like that. Okay, that's what it takes to paint a portrait. I'm gonna light up the shadows here. Just little by little, little by little. Adjusting values. It takes a lot. This takes a lot. This thing about adjusting values. It looks like I have a younger version. It looks like it's like some kind of, real. It's not her, it's kind of her sister. Okay. Jean Ewing's telling me maybe you add the ear, it will sort out the width of the face. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. Let's paint the ear. Okay, what I'm gonna do now, again, I capture the screen. Okay, and it's just, remember, this is just like using a mirror. Oops. Okay. Now I'm gonna share my screen again. Okay, look at that. Okay, I see some difference first on the lights, highlights on the face. Okay, the distance on the glabella area. I need to open up that a little bit more. I'm gonna reverse it, okay? Oops. Yeah, the mandible. Yeah, I need to fix the mandible. Okay, I need to fix the mandible here. Yeah. Okay, definitely something that's affecting are the highlights on the face. Okay, I'm gonna add more highlights on the face. Okay, I'm putting the highlights. You're gonna see it in a second. Okay, more light on the chin. A little bit, just a little bit. Okay, I gotta add more space between the eyebrows. And I just need to make I'm gonna use pure black. I'm gonna add a little bit of alizarin crimson, and I need to add kind of to the eyelashes. Make the eyelashes pretty dark, pretty black, and you know. I'm doing that. I'm gonna show you. Okay, adding eyelashes. I'm gonna go back to Photoshop in a second. Okay. More. Oh yeah, more eyelashes. Yeah. I think that's better. Yeah. What about the eyes? I mean, she has green eyes. I cannot get the green with this. Somebody told me that she has blue eyes. She has blue eyes or green eyes? I see on the photograph green eyes. No, not green. I'm adding chrome green. One thing that I noticed that I cannot fix is that my head is more tilted. It's more tilted to the left. Or to the right, sorry. Yeah, that cannot fix that. When that happens, usually I move the photograph, to match my portrait. I tilt the photograph to match the portrait. I don't know what, I don't know, there's a lot of light here. A lot of light. Just resting my eyes for watching the face for a few minutes. I'm going to use a fan brush to paint the hair. A little bit of linseed oil and just white. Just corner of the brush. Pick up more paint. What time is it? 3 hours, that's my top. I have 50 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna check out some comments. She's looking happy now. I meant on the other side. Okay. Thank you, Rom. Go. Maybe work a little bit on the right eye. Looks a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna check out. Wolf Song saying, as painter myself, I know some faces are a challenge. If the proportions are not quite right and the shadows are not properly set, even a beautiful face is a challenge, and when it is a face we know. Yeah. Thank you, Monique. Nilu is saying, I'm not painting for a month now. Have family suggestion givers. Okay. Upper lip. Her left eye a little bit open. Yeah, I was checking on that. Now that you mentioned the eye, I'm just gonna go back to Photoshop here. I want you all check out something here. Look at the reverse image, okay? Now, I know you can notice one eye, this eye here. Oops. I cannot paint on this. This eye here, no, the other one, it looks a little bit open than the other. Can you see? When you see when we see the reverse image, we see that. Okay, I gotta go back and capture the screen again and see if the changes I made are working. Let's see. I still think it's the width of the face. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Now look at my painting, look at the photograph. Yeah. Okay, I think I got the eyes a little bit better. Now imagine that you're doing this. You gotta do this checking out on a mirror, okay? Or you have Photoshop or any software. Just use it. I think it's better to use a software or a cell phone than the mirror, because you can keep the image steady. Like I'm keeping it right now. I'm gonna add more contrast to my painting and less colorful. It's not that colorful. Okay, now I'm gonna reverse it and check it out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see a few things that I can fix. That's gonna be about values. I think that's gonna help to make the face looks a little bit wider in one side of the face. Okay. And the mandible. I have a problem with the mandible. Both sides, I think. The highlights are better. I'm retouching right now, checking out this. The mouth, mouth is okay. See, maybe more color, make it more pinky. If you use a mirror, you could be holding the mirror right now and trying to checking out all of this. Like, hey, what's wrong? Here and there, the mandible, the chin, the yeah. I think it's better just using using the cell phone. Okay, I'm gonna reverse it again. Okay, I think the eyes are better. I gotta just soften a little bit, light up the eyebrows. Yeah. The shape of the nose a little bit different. Okay, I go back to my painting. What do you all think? Yeah. Let's check out. Let's see. Okay. I'm thinking what I need to make it better. And the best that you can do is just let the painting rest, let the eyes rest. Uh, I would suggest a couple of days. It depends, I think it's up to anyone. A couple of days, I think, is time enough to go back to the painting and check out again. I'm happy. I think I'm pretty close. Okay. What else? What else? Thank you, Monique. See, I think that is very beautiful, but perhaps the skin should be a little lighter. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Left side, a little bit more face to the left side. I mean here, maybe a little bit of light to create illusion that is wider. Light here on the cheekbone. Okay. And reflected light here. The last movie that I have seen here, it's not a new movie, but I like it a lot. It was like The Tourist. It was pretty nice. Want to push the hair here. Okay, I'm getting to the end of this today demo. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Okay, thank you so much for the super chat and for the coffee from Sharon, the super chat from Melanie. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy a little bit, you learned a little bit. Right now, basically kind of pulling and pushing, you know, with, let's say, this shadow. You were doing it kind of pushing to one side and always thinking about lighting up, darkening up some areas. For example, here I gotta light up this little shadow here. Yep. we're gonna light up here a little bit. Highlight on lower lip. Oh wow, that was too much. Too bright. A little bit brighter here. A little bit lighter, yeah. Okay, that's it for today. I didn't work too much on the ears. No, I spent a lot of time on the face, and yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna put more time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next time. See you next week. Okay. Oh, a little bit of the lower eyelashes. Here, I didn't paint here some eyelashes on. Wow, she really have some really long eyelashes. Zooming in the photograph. Wow, a lot of eyelashes. Yeah, and oops. This is my finger name. Now a little bit of eyelashes here. I need to turn off this. More eyelashes. Okay, you all can go now. I wanna be alone with her for a few minutes. Okay, that's it. Bye, everybody.